Hey everybody, Johnny B. Good here. Greetings from Winchester, town of Winnebago, Wisconsin. Local time is 3:02. Today it is Wednesday, January 11th, 2017. Local time is 3:02 and we are 938 miles to Winchester, no, not Winchester, Fredericksburg, Virginia. Emergency repair is done. Let's check for our air brake or trailer brake. Sweet. Oh, yeah. A little bit of a MacGyvering. Did a good job there. I'm glad I did not throw away that Teflon tape. That was pretty cool. I remember a friend of mine. No. Let me rephrase that. I remember a certain YouTuber pastor that for days and days there was a certain issue that he was talking about, and it was a very sensitive issue, and for some reason all his equipment are failing or failed or burned up, or all his equipment didn't work or whatever, and he couldn't do it for a couple of days. It just wouldn't work no matter what he tried. And it kind of led him to believe that the devil was trying to stop him from doing that video because it went against, against the grain of society. His belief that the Satan was trying to stop him from telling the truth or speaking the truth. I don't know. I'm not saying that he's making that up, but in my view, there is that aspect. I could believe that, but I think not everything in this world that's screwed up is, can be blamed on Lucifer. I think this world is screwed up enough I don't need his help to do evil things. I have enough evil in me to do horrible, evil things. So, kind of begs the question, was Satan trying to stop me from talking the truth? No. I should have changed that airline a year ago. But it wasn't, I didn't, I felt like, why would I change something it's not broken? What is this? Freezing rain? Freezing ice? What? Right now would be a perfect example of having a double pane window. I'm feeling the heat right now. I got the defroster on, but as you can see, it's not working. I got it on full blast. Yeah, it's slowly working now. See, this is the hard part. Now it's beginning to be, to have a hard time breathing with all that hot air. It is freezing rain. You know, I wonder, instead of having a double pane windshield, you stick heat sinks all over the window. You know, like a heat sink of an electronic part. That way, when the hot air blows into the window, it actually has a surface to get snagged on, instead of, you know, those what did they say, that heating element, or the I just lost it. The heat sink. In electronics, it's designed to take the heat out of the electronics and disperse it, right? Well, in this case, you do it the opposite. You take strips of glass, clear glass, and you specifically stick it onto the glass to absorb that heat and transfer it to the windshield. There you go. Because like right now, the air is just blowing right through it. There's nothing there to snag it. Look right over there. Certain areas are not being heated because there's no surface to snag the heat. Why do I say glass? Well, it has to be something clear, way it doesn't obstruct your view, and something you know, you have to be able to remove it. Or maybe what the glass company could do is make the outside surface smooth just the way it is, but on the inside design like a golf ball with those tiny little holes all around. Little pockets of holes in there. Now I know what you're gonna see. How in the world are you gonna clean that? That's gonna trap a lot of, you know, a lot of dirt. Yeah, there's that. Welcome back to Oshkosh, Wisconsin, home of the Oshkosh Bigosh clothing lines. Why is that flatbed tailgating that car? I don't know. It's not like he's not allowed to run that left lane. the way, we're loaded with 42,000 pounds of cheese. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get about three to four fans, 12-volt fans, and mount them like that on the dash, and just blowing it directly onto the windshield. Maybe that will work. Or take a like a squirrel fan and blow it into a PVC pipe that runs all the way across, and then bore holes pointing directly to the windshield. That way you only have one fan, and then a couple of outlets. There you go. And have the squirrel fan suck the air right out of the vent. That way that hot air gets sucked and blown right into the windshield. Well, we'll catch you guys later. Again, I what happened to my phone? Again, I asked each and every one of you out there to extend to us, each other, the same courtesy. Live and let live. Let's respect each other's personalities and views and values. We don't have to live by each other's values, but I think we'll be better off if we can respect each other's differences. With that, I'll leave you with peace be with you. Not my peace, but the peace of the Prince of Peace. Peace.